Are you trying to get motivated to clean, but it is just so hard to get started? Well, it's hard for me too, my friends, but I found 5 ways to help get started, get motivated to clean, and I'm going to share them with you right now. Hi, my name is Mindy, and I talk about making space in our lives for the important things. And how can we make time for important things if our houses aren't in order? But I have 5 methods that I'm going to share with you today that are going to help you get started. Number 1, make a plan. Now, when I say make a plan, I don't mean sit around all day thinking about how you're going to clean the house or what is the best way to clean the house. What I mean is we need to have a plan for a few specific things that we want to get done. Now, you can't say, I want to clean the house. That's not going to help you, right? That's overwhelming. If I went into my house and was like, I'm going to clean my house, that could take 2 hours and I could say, oh, clean enough. Or I could literally clean for an entire week and not be to the end of the cleaning. Like, it could go on forever because my house isn't that orderly yet and I'm still working on it. So I need a few small planned tasks that are very attainable, and that's good. Now, if you can make this plan in advance, like the day before, all the better. But you can even use it right now. If you're like sitting on the couch right now and you're like, I need to get cleaning, but it's overwhelming and I don't want to. Instead of thinking about like this big picture of what needs to be done, just decide on 2 or 3 small things that need to be done that are attainable for you right now. For instance, I'm going to clear the kitchen table, I'm going to clear out the floor clutter, and I'm going to sweep the floor. And that's it. Now, maybe you need to get a lot more done or you want to get a lot more done, and that's fine. Just getting started with these few tasks will get you up and get you moving. And then that will probably lead to more cleaning. But even if it doesn't, I don't know, getting the table cleared and getting the clutter off of the floor and sweeping the floor is pretty good. And so you choose what those 3 things are. I just gave out that example, but whatever your 3 things are, if you want to swish the toilet and put in a load of laundry and, I don't know, dust the TV, whatever your 3 things are, they are. Just choose a couple of things and use them as your motivation to get up and get started. Number 2, if you don't even know where to start and you're like, I need to clean this space, but it's overwhelming and I don't even know where to get started, just get up and go stand in the space. Now, where I find this is most useful is when I have a room that I don't use very often, a spare bedroom that needs to be tackled, but you don't go in there all the time and you just kind of shut the door. That's okay. Just make your goal to go in and stand in the space, and you might not even get very much done, but just stand and look and take stock. You'll probably see something that you can do that's pretty easy. So just start with that, and just know that next time you will be able to make a plan because you may have already taken stock of what needs to happen in that space. This method is particularly effective if you need to declutter. Now, decluttering is different than cleaning, and maybe I can make a video about that sometime. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see that. When it's a space that we don't use as often, it does need at least like a light kind of decluttering before we can actually get to the cleaning part. And if neither of those things are working, you can try tip number 3, set a timer for 10 minutes. Also, if you're finding this like helpful or useful in any way, then I would love it if you would click the like button. And if you want to spend more time together, click subscribe. I put out 2 videos a week and I would love to spend more time with you. Just go in a room, whatever room needs the most attention, and set a timer for 10 minutes and just work so hard. Just work as hard as you can, like it's a sprint. Like someone is going to show up to your house in 10 minutes and you have to just do the best you can in 10 minutes. Just work, 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 work. We can get a lot more done in that time than what we think we can. It's surprising what 10 focused minutes can do. As a matter of fact, I've been using this lately and in the evenings. So my office kind of doubles up as my daughter's office and playroom. She's 5. By the end of the day, it is looking pretty disastrous. I can set a timer for 10 minutes, and to go along with it, because she's helping me, I put on a few Disney songs, and I'll tell her in that way, because she can't always conceptualize what 10 minutes is. I'll say, I'm gonna play these 3 Encanto songs, and we're going to clean the best that we can for these 3 songs. And then we kind of dance while we while we clean, and we are singing along too loud, and it kind of becomes like a fun thing. So that's very helpful, but just having a time limit. Now, when you're cleaning on your own and using it to get started, you might be pleased with what you've done in 10 minutes, and you might want to keep going, and you might not. But at least you did 10 minutes worth of work, and that might be better than what you would have otherwise if you kept sitting on the couch scrolling, which is what I sometimes do. Tip number 4, watch a motivational video. But wait, Mindy, I'm watching a motivational video right now, yet here I sit on the couch. I hear you. There's more to it than just watching the video. We have to link the reward of watching the video with doing the task. So I talk a lot about Atomic Habits. It's a book by James Clear, and I'll link it below in case you're interested. In the book, the author describes that in order to make a new habit, that habit has to be obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. And so doing those 4 things will help to create a habit. Now, we're not necessarily talking about creating a habit in this book, but if you happened to make a habit out of cleaning, no harm in that. Here's how this has applied to my life in the past. So there was a time when I had a dog, and I miss you, Olive, forever. But in the last year of her life, washing the floors every day was a necessity. And you guys, floors are the worst. I dislike floors more than any other thing. Cleaning floors is like, I don't want to do it. But watching YouTube videos is a little bit of an addiction that I have. So all my productivity videos that I watch, and all my home design videos that I watch, and all this stuff, I actually stopped watching YouTube except when I was cleaning. So the habit that I needed to build was that I needed to mop the floor, and I wanted to do it every morning. And I decided that I was going to try making it the first thing that I did every day. So I linked the habit to my morning routine. Like, I come downstairs, I turn on the coffee pot, and then I go in the bathroom. So I would put the mop bucket every night in the bathtub with the mop and the cleaner, all ready to go right there, so that I would see the mop bucket and be like, oh man, I gotta mop. But then I would remember, I get to watch a YouTube video while I mop and while the coffee is being brewed. So it was kind of a nice way for me to wait for my coffee to be made and get to watch my YouTube video, get my fix. I made it obvious because the mop bucket was sitting there in the bathtub. I made it attractive because I got to watch the YouTube video. I made it easy because all of the things that I needed were stacked up on the tub, ready to go. The floor cleaner, the mop was there, the bucket. And I made it satisfying because I got to fulfill my need to watch a YouTube video while I was mopping. Now, that's a whole lot for this tip, but suffice it to say that linking something like videos to your cleaning will make it more enjoyable and more likely maybe to turn it into a habit if you do something as extreme as I did and said no YouTube for that season of my life when I really, really needed to focus in on this task. But for those of you that aren't ready to commit to a huge habit, just know that it can be very motivational to put on a clean with me. And actually, I'll put a video up there about a 5-minute bathroom clean with me. At very least, find the video and then don't start the video until your body is in the space where it needs to be. Otherwise, you'll do what I do maybe and just actually watch the video, like watch the clean with me video and be like, oh, how satisfying, but not actually getting anything done. So get your body up and go stand in the space and start it. And if you can, put on a video that you don't need to watch as much as listen to. So all we have left now, tip 5. We're going to use a little bit of sports psychology and imagery training. Okay, we're gonna work on our mental state to get us to get up and get motivated. And here's the best ways that I think there are to do this. One way to use our brains: envision ourselves being successful, in being in a clean house, and just internalize how good does that feel. It feels so good to think about our house. Think about the last time you really cleaned and how nice it felt, or even just getting the floors mopped. How good did that feel? The house smells fresher. Allow yourself to think about that fresh smell and that feeling of airiness and the big breath that you could take when your house is clean. So that's a little bit of a playbook out of sports psychology. And we're going to envision ourselves being successful in cleaning our house. Another way to use our brains is to just take a moment to feel grateful. And this sounds a little bit cheesy maybe, but sometimes when I'm having a hard time getting started, instead of thinking, I have to clean the house and like poor me, I try and switch it to I'm grateful that I have a beautiful home and that I get to be the steward of taking care of this home. I get to create an environment for me and my family that's nice and loving. It's a showing of care that I'm able to keep the space with them. Just the thought of gratefulness can help you to not feel so negative about the task that you have to do. It's easier to swish a toilet when you're like, I'm making a nice home for my family, rather than, oh, I'm so put upon because I have to clean the bathrooms. So you can see the difference there. And the third little brain trick, stick with me here, actually smile. Okay, I know it's fake. Plaster it on an image and like actually do it right now. Like, I know you're probably like sitting in the living room, but like just plaster a fake smile on your face and wait for it. Did you feel a little rush of happiness? Do you see how dumb our brains are? We can actually trick what's up here with what we do out here. Just plaster on a fake smile and let your body feel that tiny endorphin rush and then act on it. Get up and go to the space and keep smiling. That can help to get you started. For reals, that is a thing. I hope that these 5 methods of getting started help you out. If you try any of them, if you could just please let me know which one you tried and if it worked or not. I find all of them useful at different times for different cleaning tasks that I don't want to do. So I hope you feel motivated. Get up and go get them. Go clean, put on that clean with me video, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, wait, what is, hi Bobby.